Hi, what are we doing?
Hello fam, we are just going to go read out a bunch of your questions. There was about 1,000 comments in our announcement video, so we paid a dog to go scroll through all of them.
Hi. Stop posting the same pickup line. Murdoch is based. Murdoch is beautiful. Maybe there would be better questions. I spent at least 5 hours clearing all those questions out.
Want to eat my cookies? They are shaped like gen heads.
I'm sorry. I don't eat human beings.
Okay, let's start off with an easy one. Talladega Nights is not funny asks, do you read anything or do you sit on the computer copying early 2015 image board cartoons?
For what I am reading, I am deeply analyzing the sociological living conditions presented in The Adventures of Biscuit. Then I'm reading The Decline and the Fall of the Roman Empire.
I am contemplating the deep inner thoughts of Emily Elizabeth in the smash hit Clifford's Halloween. Then I cry myself to sleep realizing I will never amount to Irma Gressé. I just sit here all pouty like Missy from Doctor Who.
I am reading the Bible.
Next question is mine. At what point do I propose to my girlfriend? It's been about 6 months. We are madly in love. Everything is perfect. Our parents like us, and they like each other. She cooks and she cleans, supports my career, is a Christian, wants kids, a husband and a traditional family. If we eventually have a son, she doesn't want to circumcise him. She's absolutely perfect, but I've been told 6 months isn't enough time. I know enough about her to where if she told me her deepest, darkest secrets, I could look past them, outside of a very few things. I don't see myself marrying another girl. I don't see myself having sex with anyone else. I'm ready to make that jump.
Oh, that's absolutely adorable. I am gonna go analyze this in my head. Let me come up with a Hyperborean final solution.
You should just propose to her. The worst she could do is have you buy her OnlyFans.
I was once roommates with a guy that was 5'11", and maybe about 125 pounds. He fell deep in love about his sophomore year, in uni. He is now married to a super hot trad girl. He ripped her to shreds like a meat slicer.
That is nasty.
Nevertheless, absolutely degenerate, but at the same time, absolutely based. At night, the entire dorm couldn't sleep. It was like a cargo plane touching down in the kitchen.
Are you sure this really happened?
Oh, of course. But Anon, you too can pull such a thing. Just nut up, go to the gym. By
I knew it.
the time you are done,
Or,
you will look like you just came out of war. Either that or you will look like you just came out of the shower.
How did you even find this woman? Honestly, trad girls are just simps with long hair.
Hey!
Let me get the next question. College level painting course. Final is to emulate a professional artist in execution but make it about yourself. Get assigned Cedric Huckabee, whose work focuses heavily on black identity. Be white. Ask the professor if I can focus on European heritage and identity preservation of gnosis and traditional values and higher ideals.
Of course Anon can't wait to see what you come up with.
Well lads, how do I pull this off without being overtly thashwave or predictable? It is the final for my oils class, but I can use any paint medium. There are 25 normies in this class who paint their pets and video games characters for most projects. I don't want to waste this opportunity. What I would do is that I would impress your teacher. I think you should combine the likes of Otto Dix, Franz Xaver Winterhalter,
Leonardo da Vinci.
No, and make a really nice portrait. I am talking some kind of manner on a mountain, very good lighting day. I would put you right in the middle. Everyone else can go choke on their terrible Kirby drawings.
What pets and video game characters are we talking about here? Link. Grumpy Cat. I would not try so hard. I would go paint an Andy Warhol but with assault rifles.
That sounds pretty cool. I can care less though. Boys doing boy things.
You were just doing your woman things again. Are you on your damn pad?
He sucks dick.
Hey, I think we should spend about 2 whole hours talking about the episode that we made right before this one.
Yeah, no.
You mean the one with a malformed Trump, dreidel superhero Netanyahu, and triplet of Tard? And we stepped in to break up all the ass-licking far-tripping.
Yet I started to like watching boxing and martial arts from you even though that's not my thing.
Me too. It's like a hobby I took up as soon as this AMA started. Eats whatever low-quality Star Wars kids movies Hollywood is putting out.
Oh come on, I absolutely loved Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Look, Chan is going through her womanly mood swings. What a over-feminine woman. You know what time it is. Time to explain fake and gay from the beginning to the end.
Yikes, are you sure we really have enough time for that?
So let me put in time codes for every single alt-right celebrity we have referenced. At 2 seconds you have JF Gay Rapey. At 17 seconds you have Nick the Spick. At 2 minutes and 9 seconds you have Donald Trump and Jared Kushner.
Who was the gun grabber?
Yes, he is actually Beto O'Rourke. At around 3 minutes 43 seconds, you have George Soros and Elijah Cummings.
Is Beto O'Rourke and George Soros really part of the alt-right?
At this point they are. At 7 minutes 37 seconds you have Adolf Hitler. At 8 minutes 35 seconds you have Benjamin Netanyahu.
Wait, the leader of Israel isn't an alt-right celebrity.
At this point he is.
My favorite part was at 9 minutes 30 seconds. Brought to attention a whole lot of shit.
At 12 minutes 23 seconds you have Baked Alaska, who, mind you, used to work at BuzzFeed.
That dude worked for BuzzFeed.
That's like super base.
No way.
Yes, he used to work for BuzzFeed.
Yes, he used to work for BuzzFeed. Based indeed.
Did I mention he worked for BuzzFeed? At 12 minutes 31 seconds you have Nick Fuentes yet again. He's been shitting on us for a year. Just about time we call him out.
Let me try something. AK-47 versus School asks at 12 minutes and 55 seconds why we choose The Rhythm of the Night. Why did you use that song? Better yet, why didn't you feature Jake Paul? He is indeed a fighter too, maybe even for the Indo-European race.
Radio stations play it more often now, so the next time someone hears The Rhythm of the Night, they will immediately think about the episode Fake and Gay. The creator of this video literally wants to stab his ears with chopsticks every time that song comes on the radio. Too bad LOL, the image is stuck in his poor little line. On top of that, I don't care if Jake Paul goes on a mass shooting for the Indo-European race. He isn't directly linked with the alt-right.
You know something better than Jake Paul. Taylor Swift.
Oh my gosh, Taylor Swift.
You know, just hearing Jake Paul and alt-right used in the same sentence makes me want to stab my eyes in with chopsticks.
Kayfabe, alt-right.
Optical.
Shekel, prophetic.
Alt-right.
Prophet
We are
expert,
post-fucking irony.
alt-right, Kayfabe. Grifter,
Optics.
optical,
Grifter.
Charlottesville,
Shekel
optics,
Profiteer.
Indo-European, we are
Prophet
post-romantics.
We are post-fucking irony.
Indo-European.
Post-irony,
Kayfabe.
optics,
Grifter.
kayfabe, alt-right,
Indo-European.
alt-right,
Shekel
shekel,
Profiteer.
profiting,
Kayfabe.
kayfabe, prophet
Kayfabe.
expert,
We are post-fucking
alt-right,
irony.
Kayfabe, optical, grifter,
Optics.
optical,
Grifter.
Charlottesville, we are
Shekel
post-romantics,
Profiteer.
optics,
Shekel
Profit
Profiteer.
expert.
We are
post-irony,
post-fucking irony.
Indo-
We are
Jews.
post-romantics.
June.
Gee, I'm tired of talking about one 15-minute episode we did for about 3 hours. I'm gonna go smoke more.
Wait, I have an idea. What if we take this fascism test and we make it sound like we are answering our viewers' questions?
Ooh, questions lol.
Jondo33 asks, the political challenges of today are so serious that they can no longer be solved within the traditional paradigms of political thought.
Agree.
Brapper the rapper asks, in the end, economic and technological strength cannot compete with the spiritual strength of a people that has faith in their country.
Agree.
Pacific OSRS asks, all people are essentially worth the same, no matter their race, gender, nationality, or IQ.
No. What about skull shape and brain matter? That question was absolutely fucking retarded.
Alright, let's check our results.
Lol, you are 100% fascist. Way to go.
No shot there. Let me answer the next question. Gaslight America asks, Ellie Dean, is it true that you live in a house next to a school in Long Beach, California? Can you work with me on a collab? JeremyH2009@gmail.com. I know you own a young black cat in real life. You own a gas oven and you slept on it once.
Fuck out of here, you fucking doxer!
You really didn't have to go there.
Good thing I don't live with you too.
Let me go answer another question. Ammo in Lunchbox USA asks, I know you wear red tight underwear before you go to sleep. I know you go out for groceries on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. I also know you drive a 2003 BMW M5. Go fuck a tree and get splinters. You also like 15 centimeters toys, no wonder you're going out with a closet.
That's enough. While she is going through her womanly ways once again, maybe I can answer a few questions.
What do you think about dating abo girls?
I think abo girls are the worst. They are extremely sassy and have a nasty attitude. They have an odd obsession with travel-size hand sanitizers. They are not afraid to speak up to their men or call them out. Mega Thee Stallion is an example of a abo woman.
Murdoch, I don't remember Australian woman acting that way.
Oh no, I am not talking about them at all. I am talking about those subhuman abo women. I guess while everyone was evolving, they just went the other way.
Back.
Abo girls can't do anything right. Their parents act completely different to them. Abo girls like Popeye's chicken sandwiches over Bojangles Cajun filet biscuits. Star from The Hate U Give is an abo girl. Finn from Star Wars should have been an abo girl. Abo girls participate in church more than abo guys.
You are clearly talking about black girls. That's rude even for my standards. Abo girls aren't even girls, and I'm ironically like Mega Thee Stallion.
I'm not talking about black anything. Australian abo girls make the ugliest kids ever. I am clearly talking about Australian women as a male living in the United States.
Murdoch, take a break. You have kangaroos jumping around in your head. Murdoch Chin, care to answer a question?
Sure.
Builderman from Roblox asks, what woman from Housewives fits you better? Teresa Giudice or Janet Roach?
Both of them are nasty. Honestly, the best Housewives girl that represents me would be Vicky. I get all sorts of trash from the internet. I am always on the edge of getting doxxed.
I am sure like 1% of our audiences understands what we are talking about. Glorious Littered Historical asks, what games do you like to play?
I like to play Hearts of Iron 4 with Murdoch here. We usually play for hours on end.
Oh certainly. It is really fun to make the imperialist Catholic Empire of Vichy France take over the entirety of Europe.
It is pretty cool if you would like to play out scenarios that could never happen in real life.
You mean like a real, working communist government?
I
do not understand what boy stuff you two are talking about. Hours spent on the couch with you two.
The only thing you women care about is food. You should just go to the kitchen and eat a cake in one sitting.
Seth MacFarlane asks, hey Murdoch, have you ever heard of Final Draft before? Whenever I watch your cartoon, it sounds like you just opened up Microsoft Word and started ripping up the keyboard. Maybe you should take my screenwriting course for $77. I will need your email and I only accept PayPal. Thanks.
First of all, fam, I do not use Microsoft Word. Damn, I make just about everything on Clover OS and Trilby. Final Draft is only for Windows and Mac. Second, there is no way I am going to collab with anyone. Appearing on one podcast is just about all the doxing I need for one day.
Looks like we have a letter for Dog this time.
Let me read it. Let me read it.
No, don't, it's retarded.
Looks like one of our fans wrote in a letter for Dog. Dog, mind reading out the story?
After a long day of whacking at the wood in the Indo-European forest, I came home and the house was full of mist. Then I saw her. Murdoch Chan came out the shower and I couldn't resist. Murdoch Chan had hair that looked like a bird's nest if all the birds were thrown in a blender, I insist. I had some expired turkeys and chili that even a hurricane can't digest. It was time for me and Murdoch Chan to go to rest. I woke up, it was in the early morning. I was turning and found a reason to start mourning. The bedsheets were covered in blood and unexplainable gore. The forest must have came and axed me to my core. I went into the kitchen and found her in her socks licking fine chocolate Magnum ice cream. I asked, would you like some whipped cream? Murdoch Chan said no and it all clicked. I want to see Murdoch Chan's hips. I want to see Murdoch Chan's lips.
Okay,
I
so
have a period
let's
story.
okay.
How is it that I'm the one with drugs yet you are the ones that act high?
I did not write this, someone put this in the comments. Also, try out the new Murdoch Chan Scented Jergens body lotion. It provides hours of moisture and a fragrance like no other.
I found this one question pretty interesting. It reads, this translation pisses me off to no end. Original German translation were Leben will, der Kampf und wir mit streiten will in dieser Welt des ewigen Ringens. Verdient das Leben nicht. Mannheim translates it like this. Whoever wants to live, thus struggles, and those who do not want to fight in this world of eternal struggle do not deserve to live. The official translation is, he who does not wish to fight in this world where permanent struggle is the law of life has not the right to exist. Mannheim's translation makes Hitler seem like an unhinged genocidal maniac. So which one is the right translation?
Anyone who grows up in this artificial world would see Hitler as an unhinged genocidal maniac. Mannheim is saying Hitler wants both people who struggle and people who don't struggle gone. That is simply wrong. Hitler doesn't want anyone to die.
Now I'm just gonna intervene in a super deep monotone voice. What I think the quote is saying is kind of a take on the biblical quote, is he's not work, neither shall he eat. Since Lenin used this quote verbatim, Hitler had to get this here quote rearranged.
Is it me, or we need to dissect it even further? I think it is going into one of the meridian mind points of the Indo-European metaphysics.
Again, how is it that I act rational throughout the entire AMA and you are the one that acts high?
Talking Points USA asks, why must you talk bad about Trump supporters all the time? Don't you know we are your allies? What can you realistically gain by alienating a big segment of your audience? Or am I just butt mad?
You are just butt mad.
Wait, here's another one. Transpeak Up USA asks, why must you talk so badly about Christians? Don't you know we are your allies? Why do you have to alienate a part of your audience?
Kind of sounds exactly the same as the first question.
On the topic of Christianity, the Pope is a joke to me. Discord Catholic Zoomer servers are not bad though.
Last one. New England Legionnaires ask, why must you talk so badly about trans Black African conservative youth people? Don't you know we are your friends? Why must you have to make alien a huge part of your watchers, or am I sharding bloody corn?
You are just sharding bloody corn.
Elizabeth Warren 225 asks, my 6th grade son has been taking quite a keen interest in the alt-right. He has like 5 friends in school that watch your show. So far nothing bad has happened and it seems to be a growing trend in my town. Is the alt-right all that it is cracked up to be?
Honestly, I think the alt-right is completely safe. There are far worse movements your child could have joined. I think having kids join the alt-right is like taking a dip in the pool. At any time there could be as much as a gallon of pee in a pool. I am talking gallons of yellow jizz. Yet people still swim anyway. Sometimes for hours on end.
Yeah.
I find the whole premise of joining the alt-right to be ridiculous. If you are born white enough you will always be in the alt-right. The only real way to quit the alt-right then would be to kill yourself.
Yeah, go kill yourself.
Back to the pool. Sometimes there will be that one kid that dumps a huge shit in the pool. Even if the pool needs to stay closed for an entire week it will still be there. The more hot it gets outside the more people will want to take a dip in the pool. Just like if a community becomes more different, that same community will join the alt-right.
Murdoch, what movie is better? Fred 3 Camp Fred or Jojo Rabbit? Both involve a kid or two that go to a camp. Both have characters that at one point spoke German. Both have a cringy dance scene. And both have enough cliches to make a drinking game out of.
Fred 3. Isn't that some kind of zoomer?
We actually have to answer this question.
I actually watched Fred 3 while volunteering at a middle school. It was a blatant take on that Addams Family classic. The song about being losers is not that bad at all. Really shows how different 2010 is from today.
I remember watching Fred 3 in college. The only part of that question I understood was Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit was pretty based when I heard playing over Nazis walking though a European.
You know those aren't real Nazis and that wasn't part of the movie.
Really? I thought they took it from the movie. It was supposed to be a comedy. But, what is so funny about all the Germans having British accents and knowing they are going to lose the war?
In short, Fred 3 is way better than Jojo Rabbit. Even though the Fred guy is annoying as shit, you have to admit he did a pretty good job.
Next question is for me. Back in 2015, I bled through in 6th grade and there was blood stains on the chair. But the chair had weird texture so it looked orange. In 6th grade people told me to wear a bra and I couldn't fit into those for kids. so I had to buy actual brass. And I hated it, I was so uncomfortable. The boys in my class hit puberty at 14, I could tell. I discovered 4-pole during the Trump election and you guys soon after. What advice do you have for a young girl like me?
That is pretty based. You managed to find us and 4-pole during the Trump election. What I would do is I would go out into the varsity football field. I would hook up with the most white man in that football field. I'm talking a really big guy. Then I would like red pill him. You know, the best kind of red pills are the ones that girls impose on guys.
You sound like you have been through this yourself.
Can you please stop reading out these girly stories? What I would do is try to be the one white girl that actually stays in class during those school walkouts. You will get loads of attention and maybe a boyfriend too.
Girl, I feel so bad that happened to you in 6th grade. 6th grade was absolute hell for me. I had to go to the bathroom to change pads all the time. Sounds like all the boys in your school are muscular and hot. A lot of guys in my school sounded like little kids all the way until graduation. What I would do is I would hook up with a guy. Not too muscular, not too thin, not too fat either. You got to find them cute. My boy doesn't eat at all, so he's kind of skinny.
Hey! Women should just have no say in anything because they're just so babies. They're just big babies. They make petty drama. Because it just shows women should not have any type of power. They shouldn't be able to vote.
I have an idea. Let's talk about a high-pitched, handsome trad guy that grew up in New Jersey. He's been writing all sorts of shit about us. He's been using our content for over a year now. He's been making sites about us.
Gee, I wonder who could have done all of this.
Ultimately, he halved our audience. He has about 3,000 hours of content, but who really wants to go through all of that? This man. The myth. The legend.
Don't smell pain,
Go back to Mexico. Ninja Gay Fendis.
That guy has so many followers. Many people will just shut whatever we are saying out because we're talking about him. I tell you right now, he's not some kind of hero.
Nick the Spick.
Why would you be America first if you knew it takes white DNA to manifest European behavior?
Doritos Taco Escondidos.
You are really good in Spanish now. We are going to read off one last question. We held it back because it was just that good. It reads, I have a foot fetish. Ever since I was 5, I was obsessing about my mom's feet and grasping to them with the utmost tightness. I met my girlfriend in Charlottesville, and she too is into nice soft feet. How do I conceal my inner feet boy around my girlfriend?
Why contain it?
What I think of when I look back at this question is how would have history taken on this question? I mean, the Native Americans knew there were both feminine boys and masculine girls. Both the Greeks and Romans knew that feet were a good judgment of one's own wealth and dick size. I guess loving feet is pretty Aryan.
Before we go, want another round of snickerdoodle cookies?
Sure.
This has been